I'm going to give you a very practical perspective and actionable mindset that you can implement to never have regrets again, bro. Listen, I was having a conversation with my friend, and he was telling me about how he's very ambitious, he's very driven, he has all these dreams and goals and all this stuff, and there are times in his life where he was focused and where he was doing what he was supposed to do. But in this particular season, he was slacking. And one thing that he particularly hates is looking back at the time that he spent in his life and in his day in the previous months and years, and feeling like he had more to give. Feeling like not only did he have more to give, but he simply just wasn't doing enough. Now, don't get me wrong, this guy wasn't a total fucking loser, slacker ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the bare minimum to not feel bad about himself. But when he looked back at his time and how it was spent, and when he compares that to his goals, his dreams, his ambitions, and intentions, he can't help but feel, damn, I kind of wasted my time. I'm kind of bullshitting. And I know that I could have done more with the time that I was given. One thing that you have to understand, we're going to start with the perspective. One thing that you have to understand is that every day is a blessing that you will never get again. And it sounds trippy, right? Because when you think about it, you may be 21 years old, blah, 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 whatever. You take 365 days and multiply it by how many years you've been alive. And that's how many days that you're going to get that you're never going to get again. What I'm saying is this. You may wake up every day and get a new opportunity. But that opportunity comes and goes just the same as it does every day. And it sounds like I'm saying it backwards. It sounds like what I'm saying is contradicting itself. But I want you to understand that at any moment, you could die, right? At any moment, you might not have the same opportunities that you once had, right? Like for right now, you may have a car, you may have a phone, you may have internet access, you may have assets and opportunities that are in front of you, and you have the time to be able to take advantage of these opportunities, but you never know when your situation can change, and you never know when those assets and opportunities might vanish before your eyes, bro. I hate when I have a good idea and it like fucking leaves while I'm trying to get my first point out because I'm trying to be focused. Anyway, to continue, a key component of this perspective is to understand and value the days that you have while you have them. People waste their time because they don't truly understand what they have when they get it. Until they feel like they're about to lose it, then it's like, oh shit. I want you to take a second and think. If I spent every single day that I was alive doing the thing that I said I would do, how far along would I be? If I were to spend 10 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 2 hours a day, fuck it, 2 hours a day, every single day for this past year. What's two times 365? Oh shit, math, goddamn. 65 times 2, that's 130. Then you have 600 plus 130. Let's say 430. So it's actually 730. I'm editing the video right now. And I was about to leave it in there, but I couldn't let y'all niggas think that I'm a fucking idiot, okay? And I put text in there, but you might just be listening to the video. So just in case, it's 730. My math was right. It's late. I don't know how I added 130 and 600 to get 430, but I meant 730. But in the video, I'm going to say 430. Just ignore it. All right, back to the video. That might be wrong, but let's go with it. Imagine where you'd be if you took 430 hours and invested it into that craft, into the piano, into building your e-com store, into building your jump shot, into the construction of yourself and the construction of the lifestyle that you want, right? What we got to understand is time is just as much a resource as money and fuel. Time is the resource of life. Right? What I'm saying sounds very simple, but it goes way deeper because time is the very same resource that we use to build our own lives, right? When we clock into work and we get paid back in money, that's because we're using our resource of time to build someone else's dream, right? So when you have time, you have to understand that this is the very resource. This is the very valuable element, the very valuable object that you can use to get yourself where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? If you understood the opportunity that you have every day when you wake up in the morning, if you understood the value of consciousness and being and having the opportunity to create and to impact the world and to impact your life and to impact yourself and the people around you, if you understood that opportunity and how valuable that was, you would be way less comfortable squandering it and wasting it. So what I want you to understand is this: the key thing about regret is that we realize what we had once it's gone. So if you've had regrets before, you already understand the equation. You understand, I had time at one point, I didn't do what I was supposed to do with it, now I feel bad. But you still have time. This brings me to another key aspect in your mentality, right? One of the principles that I live by is every day I wake up with the intention of trying to be my best self, right? And that doesn't mean that I'll do it. So sometimes I feel sad. Sometimes I spend my days not doing what I'm supposed to do, and then I begin to shit on myself. But a silver lining is the fact that every day that I wake up, I get another chance to do it again. What did Glorilla say? Glorilla said, every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. That's some real ass shit, bro. Every day you're not gonna do what you're supposed to do. But as long as you have tomorrow, as long as you have another opportunity, as long as you have another 24 hours, as long as you have more moments where you have time and attention and consciousness and the ability to be able to impact your own life, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. So this is the mentality that you need to have in order for you to never have regrets again. Number one, you need to understand what you have when you have it. That means if you have time right now, the time that you're spending to watch my YouTube video, I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. But you know what else? I would much rather you use this time to build your own life. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather you not watch me on YouTube and go make your own YouTube video. And then come in my comment section to tell me about it so I can watch your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather you use your time, use your resources to be able to build your own life. Because money, physical strength, whatever other resource you have, it doesn't matter if you have no more time left. It doesn't matter if you don't have the same opportunity that you once had. So number one, you need to be able to see the value in the time that you have right now. Number two, don't beat yourself up about wasting time in the past because you have tomorrow. That doesn't mean be okay with bullshit, right? That means that you need to feel a certain sense of urgency in the current right now because you understand that you had time before. You're 20 years old, you're 24 years old, you're 30 years old, you might be 40 years old. If you're 40 years old and you're watching this and you realize, damn, I just wasted the past 10 years, 20 years of my life, don't get upset. You might live a whole nother 40 years. Think about everything that you can do in that time. Your life can change in 1 year. Your life can change in 1 year. It's all dependent on how you use the opportunities that are presented to you every single day, right? So you got to understand the value in time, the value in the time that you had in the past and that you didn't take advantage of, and the value in the time that you have literally right now and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you're not going to have any regrets. You can understand and acknowledge mistakes that you made in the past and say, damn, I should have did this, I should have did that, but you're not going to get too caught up on it because you understand what you have right now. The same opportunity that you had back then is what you have right now. Your situation may not look the same, so it might call for you to be a little resourceful. It might call for you to be a little more creative in certain ways and make up for certain things that you didn't have, that you did have in the past, that you don't have now, that you did have in the past. But it's all the same. You still have time. You're still breathing. You're still alive, and you can still make an impact on your life. So take advantage of that and take advantage of tomorrow. Now we're moving on to the practical aspect. That was already pretty practical. Now I'm going to give you the practical aspect of this philosophy that you can implement and start to practice right now in your life. Bro, the number one thing that you need to understand, the number one thing that you must put in practice right now is to live in the present, to live in the current, and understand where you're going in the future. Right? You have to live in the moment and do what you need to do right now to create the future that you want later, right? So there's a certain balancing, there's a certain duality in the mindset that you need to have, right? Because you have to understand what you need to do right now in order to create the bigger picture. But you won't be able to do what you need to do right now if you don't have a clear image of what you want that bigger picture to look like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say that they want something for their future, right? But they're not willing to sacrifice the fun. They're not willing to sacrifice the TikTok. They're not willing to sacrifice all the things that they could be doing to enjoy themselves right now in order to create that positive, beneficial future for themselves later. What I'm asking you to do is to understand where you're going, understand what you're aiming for, and then apply it to right now, right? It's one thing to say in 2024, I'm going to do this. In 2024, I'm going to do that. A lot of people have dreams, and that's cool. That's a great start. It's a great thing to have a vision. It's a blessing, right? But in order to create that vision and really bring it to fruition, in order to transform your life to a place where you can actually experience your dreams from a real perspective, you have to live life on a day-to-day basis in reference to your larger image. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go through day by day as if it's all chill, living every day the same, not doing shit for yourself in the future. You have to make investments, take advantage of right now, live in the moment, right? It might sound like I'm telling you YOLO and to fuck off your time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying live in the moment and understand the opportunity that you have currently, because your future self is going to look at you right now and say, damn, you had all that time. What did you do with it? This is how you're going to avoid that future regret. This is how you're never going to have that regret again. Live in the moment right now, understanding that you have to make your future self proud. You have to prepare a lifestyle for your future self using the moments that you have right now. And you're going to do that by understanding, okay, today is the day that I'm going to make my dreams come true. Today is the day that I'm going to take advantage of each and every moment that I have and in an effort to try and create the lifestyle that I want in the future. It's not going to be tomorrow or next week or I'll do it when I get home. You live in the now. What can I do right now to create the life that I want tomorrow? That's the mindset that you need to have. I don't think I need to make this video too long. I feel like you get the point. I hope it hit you well. It was a shorter video, kind of, maybe. I don't know. It was probably a shorter video, but I feel like I made the point. Comment in the comment section. What are you going to do right now to create the life that you want tomorrow? And weigh in on this conversation and tell me what you think. This is how you are going to eliminate regrets from your life. I love you guys. Please don't just watch these videos and not do shit about it. Please take these conversations, take these concepts, take these thoughts and these perspectives, and you put it against your own and just try it, experiment and see what can happen in your life, bro. I love you guys. All right, see you. Bye.